When you fall into the bottom, you're going as far as you can. And if you get up from that place, go home a better man.
Welcome back, friends. Well, today is quite monumental. We're actually going to be doing modern homesteading today. I know. We're going to be putting in a greenhouse. Mrs. W has got everything here. We're laying the groundwork now, and it's going to go right here. We're going to be doing a 10 by 20, an old school glass greenhouse, and start our orchard and actually get all these things going on. But first off, we've got to take down these aspens. Goodness, everything I put on is too big. I guess I was fat last time I had these guys on. These aspens, well, these three right here have to go for sure, and possibly this one and its cohort there, because it's going to be blocking all the sun. Now the sun's going to be going, of course, from the east and setting in the west over here, and the greenhouse at 10 by 20, that 20 is going to run at an angle like this. So this one's going to come down for sure. So we're going to take those down. We've got some high winds today, and I don't think I've ever cut down an aspen tree, so I don't really know what to expect. Would you like a little pro tip that'll prevent you from getting singled out, humiliated, and hazed on a wildland fire if you're a new sawyer? Of course, everyone wears Bugs goggles, right? We use these goggles because they have a wire mesh in them instead of glass. You work so hard and you sweat so bad, you can't wear normal safety glasses, they just fog up. Every time I've ever seen a new guy come, this is what he does. He puts his Bugs goggles on his helmet, right? Makes sense. Sounds like a good idea, right? It's not. You only do that once, because what it does is it stretches out the elastic and it compresses all of the foam, which makes the seal the contact between your face, so you won't do it twice. We, of course, don't tell them about it. We let them figure it out on their own, like we had to. Yeah, we probably just need these little guys today here. The saw I'll be using today is a 461. Once we've determined where the fall is going to go, then we can establish our escape routes, right? Those are going to be just 245s basically away from the fall of the tree and clear. Is there anything that's going to trip you? Clear out the ground, clear out the brush, have a plan. Is there a tree that you can get behind if things go wrong? Sometimes the safest place to be on big trees is at the stump, because if you need to change direction 90 degrees, it's one step. One step here, rather than trying to outrun something that is falling at a rapid rate, and it'll chase you down.
Save my soul. I'm gonna save my soul. I've everywhere to go. Wide open is the door. I step on through. Choose the wildest ride. If you're looking for me tonight, I'll be on the other side. Golden eye of me illuminates the world sea, and the fearful hand of war does what it's all.
Ooh, that is some tough stuff. It took quite a bit of effort to get that over. My wedge, I pretty much was bottomed out, so I couldn't go any further. If you run into that, a guy can, I have seen, I've done it myself before, you can stack wedges too and get more lift out of them. But I wouldn't have wedged that over. That stuff is pretty tough when it's wet. It took a lot of effort to push that over. What is it? Is that for me? Thank you, darling.
I'm gonna ride it with you.
Not this time. It's too hot in here.
We can go riding with them later. Come on.
Oops. I'll finish cutting the rest of those off camera. Right here is where Mrs. W's greenhouse is going to go, and that's going to be the 10 by 20. So it's going to be at kind of an oblique angle to the house right here, and then the orchard will work its way around there. So this is going to be, actually let me show you the greenhouse right now, or what we have of it. We can talk about that a little bit, and then we'll move on to the 400-foot road that we just put in. This is the greenhouse. These two boxes, one's 20 foot long, one is 10 feet long, and this is 3 tons of glass. My forklift, I know it's rated for like 4,000 pounds. It really struggled with this, but that is a lot of glass. So this will be real glass instead of the polycarbonate that we had last time. Interesting, Mrs. W, the first time we saw this manufacturer was when we were in Sweden, I believe. Her first cousin, they had one. It was just a beautiful greenhouse. So when we started searching around, we had to find something that was really strong, that could withstand the heavy snow load. And it came out that this happened to be one of the strongest ones on the market, which was the one she wanted. So we got it here, and we'll start assembling it now. Now we're going to put this on a regular foundation, do it really properly with a concrete floor and the drain and that whole deal to be more of a permanent structure. So that's where we're going. So let's head over, and we'll finish up, and I'll show you the 400-foot of road we just finished. Fun fact I learned regarding this glass is all stacked sheet to sheet. If you let water get in this and water seeps down between those, it bonds that glass to a point where it's nearly impossible, I think, if not impossible, to separate. They warned us about, I had a customer that did that, and they had to get a whole new shipment of glass because they couldn't get it apart. The reason I had to put 400 feet of new road in is because access to the river and the campsite back that far in there where the tent is goes right there through the yard, which is really bizarre. So we're deleting that, and the greenhouse is actually going to go right there. and Mrs. W's garden, because this is a south face, right, for her personal garden. Now the road is going over this here off of the shop. The new road now takes off to the right off the corner of the shop. To build the road, we stripped off all of the sod, all of the grass, and it was about a 6-inch cut or so from grade. And then we hauled that all off site, well, on site, excuse me, over here. We'll deal with that a little bit later. So then we rolled in probably about 100 yards, I'm guessing, of this 1.5-inch crush. No fabric or anything. This is not going to be a winter road, pretty much it's a summer road. And the reason for the cut, to cut the sod out and lay it in like this, is now you have borders for your rock. So it doesn't tend to just go away out in the fields like it does if you just pour it right on top of the sod. And that curves around here. We had to add one culvert, and that is for the flood irrigation, which we're going to have to fine tune around here. So we dropped a 12-inch culvert right here with a little collection pond, and because that rolls around here, and that's where it will cross the road over here, continue on its way to continue to irrigate. And then this just curves nice and gently enough that a logging truck can get through here without getting off the road and getting stuck, and down to the campsite and ties in with the river. Well, friends, that's probably about all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please click the thumbs up. We always appreciate that support. Looking forward to all these projects. I guess to answer the question that's going to come up in the comments, you know, what was the delay? Why'd you wait so long? Because we've been here since last, I guess, November. You know, I guess to be honest, we just needed some time to just stop from all of the work and all of the craziness as our life has been in the last decade or so. And now we finally feel like we're recuperated enough where we have kind of the desire and passion to hit hard on these big projects now. So that's kind of what we're doing. So we'll start with the greenhouse, and that will really anchor everything in, and then we'll roll the orchard around and get those deer and elk fences up. And it's gonna be a lot of great stuff, a lot of learning to do as well, and we'll do that together. So thanks for watching. I appreciate your support. May God bless you and your families, and we'll see you all on the next video.